Congratulations on the reunification! FYI, I'm a 13-year-old girl who lives in the United Korea in 2074. You must be wondering what's like to live in a new time, so I will share my experience with you. After declaring the unification in 2070, our lives completely flipped upside down. It was a total revolution touching every part of daily life. From the new money bill to our daily transportation, United Korea has become a new nation. School curriculums have changed a lot too. The new Korean language grammar was renewed in 2070. We are learning about how 120 years of separate history and what exactly contributed to the peaceful reunification. We call it modern Korean history. Even though we all hang out with Northern students fine, it was kind of weird to hear their accents and vocabularies. I also noticed the biased view toward each other. My friend thought that they were not good enough to have a class together. Their English was not that great. Simply, we didn't have a lot of things in common, so we don't get along well. On the other side, they thought that they were being treated unfairly. We became one country in 2070, which was 4 years ago, but there is still a huge gap between North and South. For more than 100 years of separation, our differences became something that we couldn't easily narrow down. It got me thinking, is there any way to make us united on a deeper level? And what can teenagers do to help that? I got an idea from our music class. That day, we learned about traditional Korean music. One of the northern students was so great at pansori and her voice was touching. We talked about music for hours on the day. Desmana also learned that she was a big fan of K-pop and music brings us together. Here is the event that would make some changes. K-Culture Fusion Program. I've learned that North Koreans also have their own interesting musical and dance and artistic traditions. Those can be blended with our popular K-pop and K-drama. It's going to create unique fusion styles. Art can play as the universal language for true unity. The main reason why we have a prejudice against each other is that we don't communicate deeply. I suggest there should be reunification studies classes teaching us the standard Korean and new norms in society. If we learn more about our differences and adapt to a new environment, we are better able to interact with each other. It's going to take some time for us to fully harmonize for sure. But eventually, the United Korea will continue the journey to make a beautiful cultural transformation. Let us dream of this. Let us turn this dream into reality. Thank you.